Welcome back. These are the trigonometric functions of general angles. This is page 4. We're now going to talk about how we use those families of angles to find points on a terminal side and build our unit circle. Next section. Okay. So we're going to talk about reference angles. Couple of things. Reference angle has to be an acute angle. And so we're going to see if we can match up here with what we've got. A reference angle is always an acute angle. Okay. Our reference angle is also always positive. And here is the most important piece. When we are talking about our reference angle, it's always the angle that is made with the x-axis. So here, this says to draw an altitude. Basically, we're going to draw a side so that we can make a triangle. But when we talk about a reference angle, it's got to be an angle that is always made with the x-axis. So take a look at some of the examples here. And I'm going to start top right. This is quadrant 1. If you need a review of the quadrants, they're numbered here. But remember, our quadrant numbers go counterclockwise. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. In quadrant 1, and notice that in my picture here, we've got our angle in green and our reference angle in red. In quadrant 1, the angle is always the reference angle. Again, it's got to be acute, so we are not talking about quadrantal angles here, reference angles. In quadrant 2, notice that my green angle, my standard angle, puts us in quadrant 2, but our reference angle is the angle made with the x-axis. Reference angle is always made with the x-axis. So same thing here in our quadrant 3 angle. We have our big green angle that goes all the way into quadrant 3. But our reference angle here is just this angle made with the x-axis. In quadrant 4, again, angle is made with the x-axis. It's what we're missing. So let us take a look at some examples. Here is my 80-degree angle. And you noticed I started with degree measures. We're just a little more comfortable with those. The angle made with the x-axis, I'm in the first quadrant. So my reference angle is just the angle itself, that 80 degrees. Take a look at B, 150. So here is my 150-degree angle. What I need to consider for my reference angle is how far away I am from the x-axis. I know it's 180 degrees all the way around, which means my reference angle here is this 30-degree angle. So if I were drawing my angle here, I'm going to put it slightly in, I guess not. Yeah. For C, we have a 230-degree angle. That puts me past 180 degrees and down here somewhere. We'll go like that. There's my 230 degrees. I have passed that 80-degree mark. So to figure this out, I'm going to figure out how far past 180 I have to go to hit 230. And that gives me a reference angle here of 50 degrees. So because I have passed my 180, I'm in the third quadrant, I could subtract to find my reference angle of 50 degrees. And for D, we are going past 180, past 270. Here's my 300-degree angle. To figure out my reference angle, I need to figure out how shy I am of 360. So in this case, I'm going to take my all the way around, figure out which piece I'm missing. I got a reference angle of 60 degrees.